For today's video, I thought I would show you how to make these super cute daisy hearts. I worked up a couple of these, figuring out how to make them, and I just thought they are so cute. So for this project, you will need some yarn, obviously. I just went with some scrap acrylic yarn that I had sort of at the bottom of one of my yarn boxes. I went with 3 different colors, but choose as many or as little as you like. Obviously, we do want a couple of different colors so you can see the nice sort of flower. And you will need a crochet hook. I went with a formula crochet hook because it just corresponds to the yarn I'm using. So make sure you just pick the right hook for your yarn, and just some scissors and a tapestry needle to sort out our ends at the end of the project. Okay, let's get started. All right, so just go ahead and get yourself sorted with the yarn that you would like to be the center of your daisy. And we just need to make a magic circle, okay, and chaining 2. Now this chain 2, it does not count as anything. It's just so we can work some double crochets into our magic ring. So yarn over, go into the ring and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 more. So there we have it. That's our first double crochet. So yarning over, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2, and yarning over and pulling through 2 more. So we have 2 double crochet. We need a total of 12 double crochet. So just go ahead and make sure you have 12 double crochet into the ring. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1 more. Okay, so pull the ring nice and tight, and you've got your 12 double crochet, and we want to slip stitch into our first double crochet, not our chain 2 at the beginning. So if you're a little bit unsure, just count back 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this will be the stitch that I slip stitch into. Now you can go ahead and cut your yarn, fasten off, whatever method you would like. For the purposes of this project, I'm just going to go ahead and make a double knot. And I know, should we do knots? I don't know, but I think sometimes that they're handy. Probably not the nicest way to fasten on, but for some projects I think they're okay. All right, so fastened on, and just on any stitch, doesn't really matter. Pull up a loop and chain 3. Now this chain 3 will be a part of our 4 double crochets together. So that's the stitch that we're going to work around in every single stitch all around the center of our flower. So yarn over, go into that stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. And one more time, yarning over, going into the stitch, pulling up a loop and pulling through 2. Yarning over and pulling through all the loops. So that's 4 double crochets together. So chain 2, we're always going to chain 2 between our stitches. Yarn over, going to the stitch, pull up a loop, only pulling through the first 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, going in, pulling through 2, one more time, yarning over, pulling through 2. So there we have it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, yarning over, and we're going to complete them all together. So chaining 2 and into the next stitch, and we're just going to repeat this in every single stitch all the way around. At the end of this round, you should have 12 of the 4 double crochets together and 12 chain 2 spaces. And we need to make sure we have that so we can work the rest of the project. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of this round, and I'm just going to check how many petals I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have one more petal to work, and that will be in this stitch here. And it can kind of look like that there is like an extra stitch at the end, but there's not. It's just because we fastened on there, we've slip stitched there, so it can look a little bit like a little bit messy. So I really only have one more stitch to work into. Okay, so you've worked your last petal, and what you want to do is you want to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. So you can kind of pull out your chain 3, and you just want to count up 3 stitches from the bottom and slip stitch into that 3rd stitch. And the white yarn is probably a little bit tricky to see with what I'm doing, but I found that 3rd stitch and slipping into there. Okay, so at this point you will want to make sure before moving on that you've got it right, because we really do need those 12 chain 2 spaces and 12 petals to work the rest of the heart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So when you know you're on the right track, you can just cut your yarn and pull through to fasten off. Now with your ends, if you like to weave in as you go, just pause the video, go ahead and do so. I just do everything at the end. And so the color that you would like your heart to be, you want to fasten on into any of these chain 2 spaces. And it doesn't matter which space that you fasten on to. Okay. And the back of the project, I mean, it does look a little bit yucky right now, but it will look very pretty and cute when we're all done. And so for this heart, we're going to work 2 rounds, and then that will be it. So 2 more rounds and we're done with the project. Okay, so in this first space, so this will just be space 1, we are going to chain 1 and work 1 double crochet back into that same space and chain 1. We're going to jump over into space 2, and we are going to work 3 treble crochets. So yarning over twice for our treble, going into the space, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through the last 2. So again, yarning over twice, going in, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, and again. Okay, chain 2, and into that exact same space, 3 more treble crochets. Okay, now chain 1, we're going to jump over into this next space, and we are going to work 3 half treble crochets. So my understanding of a half treble crochet is that it is The treble crochet is the tallest stitch, the half treble crochet is a little bit shorter, and then the double crochet is a little bit shorter. So we're kind of wanting to shape our heart by using different stitches of different length. So for the half treble crochet, you're going to yarn over twice as we do with a treble. You're going to go into the space and pull up a loop. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2, then you're going to yarn over and pull through the remaining 3. And that is a half treble crochet. Yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the remaining 3, and work one more. There we have it. Chain 1, and then in the next 3 spaces we are going to do 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. So just go ahead and work that up. Okay, and that is what it should look like at the moment. In this next space here, this will be the point of our heart. So I'll just get one of my hearts. So now we're going to work on the point. Pardon me. We've started at the top here. We've come shaped the edge, and now we're going to do this point stitch. So you've chained 1, don't forget to chain 1, and then going into this space here, we are going to do 1 half treble crochet and then 2 treble crochets. So yarning over twice, going in, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through the last 3. So that's our half treble. Now we're going to work 2 trebles. So yarning over twice, going into our space, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through 2, yarning over again, and pulling through 2. And another treble. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2, and back into that exact same space, you're going to do 2 treble crochets, 1 half treble crochet. So just work that up, 2 trebles. And a half treble, so yarning over twice as well for the half treble, pulling through 2, yarning over, pulling through all 3, chaining 1. Now, at this point of the heart, we are just going to mirror exactly what we did here, but just sort of backwards, in reverse, really. So into this space, you're going to work, well, you're going to make sure you chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. And then into this space here, you will work 3 half treble crochet, chain 1. And then into this, before we reach the top, this last space before the top, you will work 3 treble crochet, chain 2, 3 treble crochet, chain 2. And then I will meet you so we can finish this first round up in our starting space 1. So we've made it back up to the top, and to complete this round, all we want to do is work 1 double crochet and 1 single crochet. Okay. So at this point, it kind of looks like a heart, and we're going to work one more round just to give it a little bit more shape and to really make it look like that daisy heart that I showed you at the start. So for round 2 of the heart, we're actually not joining. There's no slip stitch or anything. All you're going to do is chain 1, and into this very first space that's just tucked in here, that is going to be our space 1, and we're going to start working into that space. So we're going to do 2 single crochets and 1 half double crochet. And so for our half double, just yarning over, going in, pulling up a loop, yarning over and pulling through all. Chain 1, going over into space 2, which is sort of like that corner, round corner of our heart. We will do 3 double crochet, chain 1. Okay. Into that very same space, we will do 1 double crochet, 1 half treble crochet, 1 treble crochet. Okay, chain 1 into this next space, it will be 5 treble crochets. So yarning over twice, and my cat has latched onto my ball of yarn. Okay. Chain 1, and in this space here, so that should be our 1, 2, 3, our 4th space along, we will do 1 treble, 1 half treble, 1 double. So yarning over twice, working our treble, our half treble, and then our double. Chaining 1. In the next 3 spaces, you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and I will meet you at the point so we can work our point. Chain 1. Into this point here, we're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2. Nice and easy. Sorry, I've got one of my cat hairs on my yarn as she's sitting right beside me. So chain 2. Okay, sorry, I'm playing yarn war with my cat right now, and she's winning. Okay, now again, as we did with the first round, we're just going to mirror what we did on this side of our heart. So into this, just pull out my hook, into this next stitch here, after chaining 1, it will be 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. Then we will work 1 double crochet, 1 half treble crochet, 1 treble crochet, chain 1, popping over into our next stitch where we will put 5 treble crochet, chain 1, and then up here into our corner stitch it will be 1 treble crochet, 1 half treble crochet, 1 double crochet, chain 1, into that exact same stitch 3 double crochet, chain 1, then we will be popping over here and it will be 1 half double crochet, 2 single crochet. Okay, so if you get a bit confused, rewind, because that was a total mouthful of what I just said, and then you can refer to the stitches that we did over here and making sure you're just popping them along in reverse. Into this space here, it will be 1 half double and 2 singles. Okay, so we are at, just sort of stretch it out, we're at the end of our daisy heart. Now to complete this round, all you're going to do is a slip stitch into the middle space of round 1. So kind of just look at your heart, stretch it out, and into that middle stitch work a slip stitch, and just kind of make it a nice tight slip stitch so you get a really pretty point. Go ahead and cut your yarn. Fasten off, pull it nice and tight, and minus all the ends, we have a very pretty daisy heart. Now go ahead and weave in your ends. I'm going to do mine off camera, so just hiding all of this mess. Now I finished with my daisy heart and I think they're really cute. Now you can make a whole bunch of these and make a really cute bunting, or if you would like to see a video on how to turn these daisy hearts into granny squares, which is really cute because you can make a really cute blanket or so many things out of it if we turn it into a granny square. So if you would like to see a video on that, just leave a comment and let me know. And what I like about turning these into granny squares is that they end up to be quite nice, decent sized granny squares, so your blanket works up really quick. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know if you would like to see the granny square daisy heart.